Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most secretive and game-changing aircraft ever built, the B-21 Raider, and specifically the 10 revolutionary stealth technologies that don't just improve bombing capability, but completely rewrite the history of strategic bombers. The B-21 isn't an upgrade, it's a reset, designed for a world where old stealth ideas simply don't survive anymore. To understand why the B-21 is so important, you first need to understand the problem modern bombers face. Radar systems today are smarter, faster, and networked across land, sea, air, and space. Older bombers were designed to sneak past single radar sites, but modern air defenses share data instantly. The B-21 was built from day one to survive inside this environment, not just approach it from the edges. The first way the B-21 changes everything is its next-generation stealth shaping. Unlike earlier bombers that relied on sharp angles and flat surfaces, the B-21 uses smoother, more continuous curves that scatter radar waves in unpredictable directions. This reduces radar reflections across a wider range of frequencies, making it harder for both legacy and modern radars to detect or track the aircraft. The second breakthrough is its advanced stealth materials. The B-21 doesn't just rely on radar, absorbent coatings that wear down over time. Instead, its stealth materials are embedded into the structure itself. These materials are more durable, easier to maintain, and effective against a broader spectrum of radar bands, which means the aircraft stays stealthy even after years of operational use. The third major advantage is its reduced infrared signature. Older bombers could hide from radar, but still glow brightly to infrared sensors because of hot engines and exhaust. The B-21's engine design deeply buries heat sources within the airframe and carefully manages exhaust flow. This drastically lowers the heat signature, making it far harder for infrared-guided missiles to lock on. The fourth way the B-21 outclasses every bomber before it is its stealthy engine integration. The engines are completely shielded from both radar and infrared detection. Air intake paths are carefully shaped to block radar waves from reaching the engine fan blades, which are one of the strongest radar reflectors on any aircraft. This alone gives the B-21 a massive survivability edge. The fifth revolutionary feature is its digital stealth optimization. The B-21 is designed with software, defined stealth, meaning its systems can adapt to new threats. As enemy radar technology evolves, updates can be uploaded to optimize flight profiles, emissions control, and electronic behavior. Older bombers were locked into the stealth environment of their era. The B-21 evolves with time. The sixth way the B-21 makes history is its ultra-low electronic emissions. Modern air defenses don't just rely on radar, they hunt for radio signals, data links, and electronic noise. The B-21 is built to operate in near radio silence, using passive sensors and tightly controlled communications. This makes it extremely difficult to detect even if it never shows up on radar. The seventh stealth advantage comes from its seamless weapons integration. Unlike bombers that carry external pods or partially exposed weapons, the B-21 keeps everything inside fully enclosed bays. These bays are designed to open and close rapidly with minimal radar exposure. Even during weapons release, the aircraft remains difficult to track, preserving stealth throughout the mission. The eighth game-changing aspect is its multi-domain stealth philosophy. The B-21 isn't just stealthy to radar. It's designed to avoid detection across radar, infrared, acoustic, and electromagnetic spectrums simultaneously. Older bombers focused mainly on radar stealth. The B-21 treats stealth as a complete system, making detection extremely unlikely from any single method. The ninth reason the B-21 outclasses all bombers is its stealth-first mission design. It doesn't rely on escorts, jamming aircraft, or massive support packages to survive. The bomber itself is the stealth solution. This allows it to penetrate deep into heavily defended airspace alone, strike critical targets, and exit before the enemy even realizes what happened. The 10th and final way the B-21 makes all other bombers history is its future-proof design. The aircraft is built with open architecture systems, allowing new sensors, weapons, and stealth enhancements to be added over decades. This ensures the B-21 won't become obsolete as threats evolve. Instead, it will remain at the center of strategic air power well into the future. When you put all these factors together, the B-21 Raider isn't just a bomber, it's a stealth ecosystem. It combines shaping, materials, thermal control, electronic discipline, and software adaptability into a single platform that redefines what survivability means in modern warfare. Older bombers were designed to fight their way through defenses or sneak around them. The B-21 is designed to exist inside enemy defenses without being noticed. That shift alone marks the biggest change in bomber design since the introduction of stealth itself. The B-21 also changes strategic thinking. Because it's so difficult to detect, adversaries must assume it could already be overhead. This creates constant uncertainty, forcing enemies to spread defenses thinner and invest heavily just to counter a threat they may never see coming. Another critical point is how the B-21 reduces operational risk. With fewer support aircraft required, there are fewer vulnerable assets in the air. Missions become simpler, faster to plan, and harder to disrupt. This efficiency makes the B-21 not only more survivable but more practical in real-world conflict. The Raider also signals a shift in deterrence. In the past, deterrence relied on visible force, large fleets, and known capabilities. The B-21 represents invisible deterrence. Its power lies not just in what it can destroy, but in the fact that no one knows when or where it might strike. As air defenses continue to improve, many people assumed bombers would become obsolete. The B-21 proves the opposite. It shows that with the right technology and design philosophy, bombers can remain the most flexible and survivable strike platforms ever created. This aircraft doesn't replace older bombers because it's faster or carries more bombs. It replaces them because it changes the rules of detection, tracking, and interception. In that sense, comparing the B-21 to previous bombers is like comparing a submarine to a battleship. They operate under completely different assumptions. The B-21 Raider represents decades of lessons learned from conflicts, experiments, and classified research. Every line of its airframe reflects an understanding of how modern wars will be fought, not how wars were fought in the past. As more details emerge in the future, it's likely we've only seen a fraction of what the B-21 can truly do. Much of its stealth technology will remain classified, which is perhaps the strongest sign of just how far ahead it really is. In the end, the B-21 Raider doesn't just improve stealth, it makes stealth the foundation of everything it does. That's why it doesn't compete with older bombers. It quietly pushes them into history, redefining strategic air power for the decades ahead.